All right. What's going on, everybody? It's me, it's RDV, and Zach will be here shortly, but we're gonna be doing the top five in just a few seconds. Let you guys just kind of file in. Hope everybody had a nice Tuesday. You know, it's kind of the beginning of the week for work stuff. And speaking of people showing up now,
Man, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be really upset.
all right, I did hear you.
You did?
Now I can't. I
Can
don't
you
know.
hear me now?
I can't hear you now, but I did hear you. You're like, yeah, and this is, and then you just kind of went quiet.
You've got to be kidding me!
I don't know if it's my computer lagging or whatever, but I can't hear you.
Oh, wait. The
What's up,
chat can
Jay?
hear me. It seems like the chat can hear me.
If he's still talking, I cannot hear him.
I don't know, man.
Uh,
Maybe it's your computer and not mine because I don't have it. I don't think there's anything wrong with mine.
I don't
You
know.
have a.
I can't hear him on my end.
That's so strange.
I don't know. I heard him.
You
I heard
heard.
him for a second.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, I still can't hear you, man. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't have you muted.
That's so strange. Well, hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, it's one of those things. I don't know.
I have one last idea. I'm gonna dip out and I'll be right back.
Because I heard him for a second, and that was about it. But technical issues, but I'm gonna jump right into it. Okay, here. Let's go here. Let's get going. All right. But number five for this week is not many to choose from. That I'm kind of picky. You guys know that, and I know a lot of you guys are kind of picky too. Oh, again.
All right, third time's the charm.
I can hear you now,
Okay, that's weird. So I'm having to use my phone. That is
but it
bizarre.
might be. I'm gonna try to stop screen. It might be my end.
I think because the chat, it looked like the chat could hear me just
Uh,
fine. So I don't know,
no, I hear him for like a few seconds when he enters in, and then I can't hear him again.
but you can't hear me now.
So I don't know what to do.
Dang, so you can't hear me now?
Yeah. I guess this, I don't know, man. Unless I restart my computer, but the thing is that if I restart my computer, then you're just here by yourself. But I don't know. Uh, well, do you want? I can't hear you. You're typing the private chat. No, I can't hear anymore. So, do you want me to restart my computer? The stream will still be going. Yeah, but Marania, wish me. I honestly, I wish I could hear Zach, honestly, but I can't. It's one of those nightmares where it's like you just can't hear Zach anymore. He speaks and he's just in the void, for me at least. But I don't know, because right now it shows his icon, but it doesn't show it moving on my end. But all right. Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Hmm, this is interesting. I'm gonna assume Vinkman can't hear me.
What a revolting development this is.
All right, kind of dead silence here for me. All right.
Well, folks, we're either going to tag team in a really
I see you moving. I just can't hear you. I don't know what's
or
going on.
Venkman might.
I don't have anything muted. I was just on with Rob, so I don't know. I sent Breen. I sent you a link.
Yeah, this won't work. He interrupts me enough when he can hear
one of
me.
the most awkward live streams to walk into, where the host can't hear the guest. Hold on a second.
Now, what'll really be funny if Breen joins and nobody can hear him.
But I can't hear you though. I don't know.
I know Breen's
let me try restarting. I guess streamers being like, you guys can. I guess I can't hear you at all either. I don't know what's going on.
He's playing you.
I know.
Hey, look, I'm Marley Matlin.
Okay, Zach, if you want to just share your screen, I'll let you do that, and then I'm gonna bounce and restart.
Okay.
You guys can get this going.
This is such a we are nothing but professionals here.
Honestly, I have not hit any settings whatsoever. I haven't changed anything. So
something must have happened. Wait, Breen, can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, Breen can hear me.
Bouncing right now, so you guys
so
just sit here and talk for then, I guess.
I think it is I think it must be a Venkman.
I'll be right back.
Finally, no, I'm just kidding.
Wait till he's gone. Finally.
I jumped the gun. Maybe it's a time delay thing. I'm just like a second behind or something.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Sure. What?
I'm going to show this again tomorrow night to professional football, 1969. Ooh. It's a Charlton comic, and I was looking through the rosters. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Ed O'Neill.
Interesting. Oh, that's really cool.
Because he would have been a pro football player, but he blew out his knee.
Wow. Okay. That's really cool. Yeah, that seems like a fun fossil book.
It was weird. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like it has rosters and drawings of all players, and then
nice. Okay.
And this was after the first Super Bowl at the AFL won the Namath Guarantee game.
Mm-hmm.
And you could tell it was just eating at the guy writing this to have to write this, because there was so much arrogance in those days. It's like, because the first two Super Bowls were just annihilations. Yeah, the Packers destroyed the Chiefs and then the Raiders. And then the third one, everybody's figured it would be more of the same. And Namath guaranteed a victory, and everybody kind of just laughed him off. And they won 16-7. So that's kind of like put competitive balance into football, and it's probably a good thing it did.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. So this week is a short one for me. I couldn't even find a fifth book.
Really, I might have got 7.
Really?
I don't know if I'll get them all, but
I'm aghast. I've only got now. The next 2 weeks after this, my comic pull list, like the titles I want to read, are almost in double digits. But this week is like the weird one. It's like, oh yeah, you got 4 books this week, and I think Tehillim might have named almost all of them.
Well, the best indie book out there, that's one of the best, because while Big Game's going, it's hard to say anything else. That Enfield gang massacre.
Oh yeah, that's right. That one is okay. That's right. That would be
tomorrow.
That would be my 5th book then. Okay, I forgot about it. Ash brought that up last night, and I completely forgot about that. Okay, so I do have 5 books then. Yes.
Yeah, I've actually got 3 indies and maybe 4. I don't know. I'm so fed up with DC right now. I'm thinking about just ditching Danger Street and World's Finest Teen Titans, which is it's amazing how much better World's Finest, the parent book, if for lack of a better term, is than Teen Titans.
Same
writer, but it's just World's Finest gets it, because that feels like that could have been that could have been around at any point.
Hmm.
World's Finest feels like he's trying to appeal to new readers, but make it still feel old. And I don't think he's succeeding on either front.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to appease. Yeah, when you try to do that, you try to win like both markets. You typically end up not appeasing either.
But it's not bad, but it's
No.
not. Given the quality of his work since he's been back, I think
Yeah.
it's probably his weakest effort so far.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Can you hear us, Venk?
Damn it! I can hear you guys.
Oh, it wasn't me. I went through all that trouble and almost unplugged my whole computer, and it wasn't me.
But the important thing is, Zach, we inconvenienced you, and that's
all that matters.
yes.
The more you know, or something like that. That's okay. We got to check out that really cool football comic. Where is Fossils? Is it still over on Graphic Man's, or is
No,
it
it's been a gratis.
It's been a Gratu. Okay.
Yeah, but starting tomorrow night, it's back on Graphic Man.
It's back. Okay, so tomorrow night, folks, don't go to Gratu's. Go over to Graphic Man's channel and check out the Fossils over there tomorrow night. Yeah, I was just telling Breen I was at only 4 books this week on my pull list.
I was watching. I hear everything.
Oh, okay.
On my phone. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm just leaving the camera off. Not gonna take any chances.
RDV is the government. He's always watching.
Well, if you watch Rabbit Hole, yes, I have control of everything. I can frame you and everything.
It's on the to-do list.
As soon as you go onto your phone, I'll call you. I'm like, yeah. So, Breen, you're welcome to stay. And I heard you're talking about some books that you might be getting.
Might as well.
Yeah. I feel like the stream's always better when we have a third person. You know, we can both make fun of Zach.
That's why Ash invited me onto the Monday night stream, so they have someone they can.
Well, no, I have someone I can talk to, and I don't have to worry about arguing.
I'll argue. I'll start arguing.
It's like when it's like the parents are arguing, and you put the kid as a buffer zone.
I'm the kid. I gotta stop mom and dad from fighting.
Oh, by the way, did you see the press release from DC today?
No, which one?
They've announced they're officially going to stop using the Huntress character because of that cranky guy in San Diego.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
That's the smartest thing they've ever done before.
That's kind of funny. I'm sorry. That's a little funny.
That is the best thing ever I've heard.
Not the best thing, but that was my first guffaw laugh of the day.
You must be like if Helen Keller finally got hearing, if that's the best thing you've ever heard.
Well, that's what RDV just experienced here a few minutes ago. He could finally hear us. It's like, I'm not broken. All right, but we've kind of small chatted a good amount of time here. So welcome to everybody. If you're new here, you're not sure what we do, this is the night before New Comic Book Day. RDV and I, and this week it looks like maybe Breen too, we'll kind of go through what we think are going to be the best 5 comic books of the week. Typically, my pull list is only about 5 comic books. RDV, I know you tend to get a couple more than I do. It sounds like Breen has more than I do. So, we invite everybody, if you're in the chat and you're picking up new comics tomorrow, be sure to leave in the comments or even comment after if you're catching us on the replay. So, let us know what you're picking up.
Yes. And I got to mention, though, that I can't believe that you only have 4 books this week.
No. Breen helped me remember. I have a 5th.
Yeah, it's the Enfield, right?
The Enfield, yeah. Well, okay, yeah. Let's spoil it right away. Yeah,
you just talked about it like a few minutes ago while I was rebooting.
Yeah, Zach. It was Venkman's computer problem. We could hear you.
Yeah, my computer was trying to protect me from all this.
And then you had to go and blow it by fixing it.
Yeah.
My computer hates me now. It's like. But anyway, though, I had to fix this so I could hear Breen. Breen actually has something to say.
He has the voice of an angel. What are you talking about?
The voice of a delicate flower.
That's
the
right.
Voice.
If your angel is 2 packs a day.
What was that movie, Angels with Dirty Souls or something?
Angels with Dirty Faces.
Dirty Faces, yeah.
Dirty Souls.
It was Dirty something. I was close. All right.
The
Anyway,
closest Zach gets to dirty is Christina Aguilera.
what? No, I was. Well, now I'd be more of a Christina fan, but back in the day, it was Britney Spears all the way.
All right. Let's just jump right into this, and let us get this over.
I need
And
a drink.
you know what? You're gonna need a drink because with my first pick number 5 is Batman Gargoyle Gotham.
Zach's already making me nervous, and he hasn't even made any of his picks yet.
I don't think I'm gonna get. You know what? I might not. Oh, I might get one. I might get one apple. We'll see.
That's okay. I'm willing to give this a shot. I think it's only gonna be like 2 or 3 books, so it's not that bad. The price thing, I was like, well, it is a magazine size. It's supposed to be 48 pages, so it's $7. But I mean, I would be better if it was only like $5.99 versus this. I've seen the interior art before. I mean, as far as his stuff, yeah, like I said, at this point, I can't see Raphael Grandpa being worse than what Chip Zdarsky is doing on the main title. But then again, DC will say hold our keg and make me worse. But it's basically serial killers on the loose, and murder victims seem at random first, but then starts drawing them closer into the terrible truth that they're all connected, not to each other, but to Bruce Wayne somehow. And my first immediate thought goes back to well, we've kind of seen this before, kind of in Hush, a little bit. But this seems like it might be on a more personal level, and
because nothing's more personal than the guy that makes his face look like yours, which is what Hush did.
But anyway, though,
I'm just kidding.
Like the art, though, the title, though, and for those who played the Batman Telltales, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Oh,
with the font and stuff. And for those who played the Telltales game, season 1, you kind of get the Arkham, Lady Arkham is in there, and basically Bruce is connected, and Bruce is kind of connected to some shady stuff in there. So I'm curious. I mean, it's probably nothing newer than we've seen before, but hopefully it's good. But yeah, I'm getting to the point where I might be dropping the Batman titles, even if it's Ram V, because I don't want to pay like $6 for every single issue coming out. And I noticed it with they're doing that with a lot of titles though. World's Finest, Green Lantern, all the main flagship titles that they know we're selling are raising the prices to make up for the shit that nobody else wants to buy. And so, I don't know. We'll see. I do hear echo. I don't know if that's just me though. But I do like that. No, batting. Sorry.
Now batting.
Right. But yeah, it's my number 5. And Brian, you had some comments about this. I mean, I always include you on this stuff. I value your opinion and being an older reader and being that resident cranky person. Thoughts? I can't hear him.
Can't hear who?
Now I hear you.
Oh, I was gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. When I had you send me the link, I didn't have any Cokes out here, and I needed to use the voicer, so I figured I'd just wait till you were safely back. And
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't feel any need to announce what I just did.
Well, you're going to get Coke. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've been watching Miami
That's
Vice.
the celebration of you watching Miami Vice.
I
So
never
what,
hear him say Miami Vice.
Was it time for my number 5? Is that why you were?
Well, I was getting your thoughts on this, but first of all, did you feed Elvis so he gets a little hungry?
Are you asking my opinion on this Batman?
You had said some choice words about this. You were kind of complaining.
Well,
Like,
it has somebody named Crytoon or something. The villain that cries as he commits crimes or something.
It doesn't see in here.
If that's what this is, but
Yeah. I'm not sure. I've only seen the title. I haven't seen the interior as far as read more about it. This basically is a serial killer on the loose, and all the murder victims are connected to Bruce Wayne somehow. And they
all mentored him when he was becoming the Batman.
Well, that would be Chip Zdarsky falling up to his Batman tonight. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm always looking forward to someone else taking their run on Batman, but we kind of get in that mindset as we've been learning is like there's just too many people who with the wrong idea for Batman, and they don't know the characters, so they just invent their own stuff.
Yeah, there's something like 22,000 books with Batman in them. I don't know who took the time to figure that out, but how about some people with their takes on some other character? Not, and I know why, because we've conditioned comic book fans to not want any DC character not named Batman. But
It's Detective Comics. The detective should be the big character.
Wow, that's Jim Lee. Wow, that looks bad.
It's dumb is whatever it is. But
what, that cover?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Jim Lee.
I like that cover.
That looks like Oracle Grandpa style, though.
Because it's I like it's what I used to see in comics when I was a kid. It was usually the villain, where he's looming over everything larger.
I knew you were gonna say that because he's standing over everything.
Yeah, I mean,
when I look at it, kind of looks like
I don't like the costume, but I like the idea.
Well, I'm kind of looking at all of it, this angle. I mean, I do love it. It's a ominously looming over the city, but this looks like a Bat manga version.
I want to commend Ash on finally seeing the light.
Oh, yeah.
More Huntress.
See, this should be a Huntress book here. Is what I think is what he's saying.
You know, if you read in between the lines, he says, I want Huntress, but also more legacy characters. I want a Damian legacy. I want Damian's grandson to show up.
Damian's grandson.
But yeah, like I said, and then they don't really tell you which year this is. If it's supposed to be like a Batman year 1 or Batman, year current, or But it says a twisted version of both the Dark Knight and the City of Gotham, the life in a DC writing debut.
Tehillim, tell us how you really feel about that cover.
Oof.
I like Jim Lee on Hush. I love his art. I love his art on that.
That was almost 20 years ago now.
I know. Like I said, I loved it back then. I mean, this kind of feels a little different than normally I see Jim Lee stuff. But this is the first I've seen of Jim Lee art that I've actually been looking over. Other than, I think I saw he did some of the covers in the Batman Joker one. Did they duo? I think he did some variants on that. But I don't know. I'm just, like I said, it's a little different. The bat almost looks like it's upside down or whatever. I just love that classic suit where he has the Bat Returns, where he has the yellow and he has the symbol in it. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't really. The art can be not what I like, but if the story's good, it kind of makes up for it. But I mean, the art sometimes if the art's is bad and the story is kind of mid, you can really hits you.
Tag me in, Bang.
Go ahead. You're tagged in.
Kangaroo kicks. No.
No. Double clothesline.
Yeah, $6.99. You have every right to expect art and story and art. The idea for Black Label was supposed to be to bring the best comics had to offer together, and Kelly Sue DeConnick. And look what it's devolved into in just a few years.
But I have noticed though, even when I click on the variants, like the price doesn't go up; it stays the same. Usually, when I click on these, like I go to the Jim Lee variant, it would be $70.99 more. But I think they realized that hey, we just keep it at one price, the variant covers, and people might pick it up. But
now this is $7 for what, like a magazine size book?
Yeah, 48 pages.
Is it magazine size? Is it comic size or is it the next size up?
Usually the Black Labels are magazine size.
Well, but Batman 3 Jokers wasn't that a Black Label book? That was comic size.
It's like I said, I don't know.
So was Batman Joker Deadly Duo. That was considered Black Label, I believe.
Yeah.
So it can be either or, but
either
way.
Like I said, I've seen Void Song. That was magazine size too.
Yeah.
That wasn't too long ago.
Well, in the Lex Luthor Lex's Final Days, which doesn't seem to be in any hurry to get a second issue out.
and that's magazine size too. as
Yeah,
well.
that's magazine size.
Yeah.
I didn't miss one, did I? That's
Yeah.
just not getting around to a second issue.
Yeah. Mark guy says, "Remember how good everyone thought Zdarsky and Ramvi were going to be on the two main bad titles? I am Jack's utter disappointment. Actually, Ramvi's been kicking ass regardless, man.
That's true. Ram V, that dude, between Detective Comics and the Vigil, I'm still looking forward. Actually, I need to see if they re-released his Savage Shores story.
And there are,
That one I really want to read.
but I also been seeing people saying like they have Zdarsky on Daredevil. And they're like, what the hell did he do on Batman? He's just like they tell it's night and day comparing the story and the writing. Almost like DC's more woke than and Marvel. I don't know. Like maybe DC has a higher list, or they allow you to get away with more shit. You know, they want you to or either they push you to virtue signal more, or they allow people to.
Oh, I think DC's definitely the half of DC that I'm always harping on is, I believe, more woke than anything Marvel's doing at the moment.
Really?
Because
I think Marvel's just bad.
so Marvel,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, Marvel. When I hear anything about Marvel, it's X-Men, all the X titles, and how they're just bad.
But
And Spider-Man.
you
Spider-Man.
know what though? The thing with that, the X books, nobody cares enough to even notice what's going on there anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is completely dead. And bringing in Tom Brevoort, who then the first thing he does is start a Twitter fight with Chuck Dixon, ain't gonna fix it. So they don't care. So they can sit there and languish in obscurity
Oh,
in a franchise that once was the biggest thing, maybe in the history of comics. And
yeah. Black and white only version and color version. I think this is Quinn of this. I mean, the cover, but not the interior though. But I mean, if you're honest, you know about there was a black and white Batman, and it was a black, white, and red. They've been doing those a lot. But you see, this is the Frank Miller and Jacques variant. So how much is Jacques and how much is Frank? I always wonder. Unless Jacques doing the inking, probably. But like I said, I hope the story's well. I mean, and I just said that like the main cover here. Let me show you right here is actually like what captures me more. Like, I love that cover. I look kind of like this. It looks really cool. Zoom in. But he's got pixel-sized fingers though. That's the thing. And it really looks like the Batman from Frank Miller's version, where he's just huge and has the huge arm stuff. But I don't know. We're spending too much time on this. Let's go over to Zach.
3 hours later.
It was only supposed to be a tour.
Where's Ginger and Marianne?
Although, though, I mean, to be marooned with those babes, the professor's going in the first week. So is
the professor. All he has to do is sit back and wait. Everybody else is gonna die. If the professor is the human pocket knife.
If they turn into like a dead one of those movies where someone's going around killing everybody, it'd be Gilligan. Would be murdering everybody.
We can discuss that later.
Lovey was getting it done.
Alrighty. My number 5 book. This might be the Apple Wrangler. This might be the one that gets me the apple. So that's why it's my number 5. I'm gonna knock it out early. There is a one-shot coming out this week from Marvel Comics. It feels like it should be coming out closer to Halloween, but we get it here in middle of September. It is Werewolf by Night #1.
Okay, I was gonna say if it's Spider-Man, you're gone.
No, of course it would never be Spider-Man. It is being written by Derek Landy, sort of a mid writer. He did do that nonstop Avengers miniseries that I was liking. It was entertaining. So now he's got this one shot here where Werewolf by Night is teaming up with Elsa Bloodstone to stop the sacrifice of a young girl at the hands of other monsters. So it seems like like I said, it seems like a fun story. It's a one shot, which is kind of disappointing.
Question.
Yeah.
Where do you think this? They've been checking the prices on these things. Where do you think the extra money is going to? Because it's not going to the writers or the artists.
Yeah, I
Maybe-
honestly, $6 for a 36
I
page
feel like
one-shot.
artists. I feel like the artists and the writers are like waitress, waiters, and they need tips to survive because
Who is the artist on this?
The artist on this is somebody named Fran Gallen, who
Fran
I'm looking up now. He's done works like he did some Amazing Spider-Man issues recently, Extreme Carnage,
yeah,
Lucky Devil. I've never heard of that one.
he works. I worked on Aftershock, Comics
Mhm.
Nights, Temporal, and the Roadie.
Yeah,
They're-
he's
they're
done
just-
a lot. He did Creep Show. He did Did he do this? No, this is last year's Creep Show. Okay. Yeah, he's done a lot of indie stuff. A few Marvel books.
Yeah.
That Adam Hughes cover, by the way, on Werewolf by Night. That is the one.
Hey, look,
I
the Ginger's
really
actually doing
want-
the cover.
I know. Look, that Adam Hughes one is Chef's Kiss. That's
Is it
pretty
Adam
fun.
Hughes?
Who's doing the main
Yeah.
cover?
The main cover is
It's Corin Howell.
Yeah, what he said.
Now, see, if this is your other cover, why isn't this the interior art? This is what pisses me off.
I would read. Yeah, if Adam Hughes was doing the
You're
interior,
charging
you could justify $6 for an Adam Hughes interior.
You're
For sure.
paying. I'm paying overpriced for a book that has a sucky interior artist probably, or you could just give the same money, charge the same much, and give it more money to the actual what's allowed to, which you used to do, to the actual artist. But like I said, I don't understand why Adam Hughes and these guys work for DC. I'd be like, dude, I'll I'll do my own covers and do some interior art and other the smaller indie titles, in their books,
Mhm.
and probably make as much money as I would at Marvel and DC or more. Actually,
Probably more, to be honest.
look at Bill Willingham, how they're screwing him over there. And what Mike Baird said, hey, if you just do it yourself, I guarantee you'll make more money than you would ever with Marvel or DC.
Oh, absolutely. That's why you see so many more. That's why Jeff Johns is doing his thing. That's why Scott Snyder started doing
Yeah.
more independent stuff. I have no doubt that you get more money
It's
going
sad.
indie.
I'm saying it's sad because Marvel and DC used to be the place to go to, but now it's
Yeah.
become the place you avoid.
The parent companies don't care.
They don't.
That's why
especially
all
now
the
because
time-
Disney and Warner Brothers. Yeah.
All the time we wasted fighting the culture war, trying to get people to make comics better. They don't care.
Dan Slott, or I'd call him Slotto the Hut. Was it the other day I saw, and he said like, "Oh yeah, no, about the whole Spider marriage. Like, why would people care about that? It's irrelevant. We're Reed and Sue being married because they're on the team. It's relevant." I'm thinking like, dude, they were married for like what 20, 30 years almost.
Boy, love to know how his marriage is going to go.
Oh, God.
His marriage is to his gut.
No. Well, that's gonna be. It's one of those three-way marriages then.
Two hands.
I'm not gonna do that. No, that's too
I mean,
mean.
yeah,
Even
but this-
for me, I can't do
The
that.
only thing this industry cares about, honestly, at this point, is who's the next character that they can retcon their sexuality, and looking at what the fans want and doing the exact opposite. Because I said, if you want something to happen, it's not going to. Because I said that, for some reason they've got. I mean, whether it's spite, whether it's to try to, maybe they figure the wrong kind of fans want Peter and MJ to be back together, so they're never going to do it. Or just anything in general that you want to see happen in comics, you're not going to get it unless you want Fire and Ice to be a couple at the end of issue 6. That you will probably get.
You're never going to see Mary Jane and Peter back together in Marvel Comics because then they admit that they were wrong for breaking him up.
Oh, it's not even that. It's at this point.
I think it is.
They'll
I
do it.
think they're so anal retentive that the fact that they can't even admit when they're wrong.
Well, they won't do it because that's what fans want. They come out and say it. They go, "We know." Sometimes you don't give fans what they want. We give them what they need.
Yeah,
And what they need is an excuse to not buy your shit anymore, which
Yeah.
people are doing in droves.
I used to buy Spider-Man all the time. When I started to buy Spider-Man, I at my local comic book store, but I'm buying everything pre-Civil War.
Even Batman and Spider-Man don't sell 100,000 copies a month now.
Yeah, but
Hey, let's get back to talking about the good books that we're looking forward to.
That's it though, Ash. They're not.
That's the thing, yeah. Because I said
I mean, the
there's
number
very few
continue to
people buying.
diminish. And instead of hiring better people and trying to bring the numbers back up, they just keep adjusting down.
They make more money through their theater tickets or through their merchandise, as far as like buying toys or buying your shirts, your all your different memorabilia. Yeah.
Yeah, that Zach said we're on pace for this to take a long time.
Yeah. So Zach, tell me why you think this is going to be great, and why you buy an Adam Hughes cover.
Why would you not buy an Why would you not buy an Adam Hughes cover?
So it makes me wonder: are you buying this book just for the cover?
No. I want to read. I would like if they did. Werewolf by Night is one of the few. It's like one of the 2 or 3 things they put on Disney Plus that didn't suck. That was actually really entertaining. So maybe, just maybe, I'm ever the optimist. I like, maybe this will actually be. Derek Landy seems to be a guy who can't do stories long term. He seems to only do like short term stories. So if this is a one shot, hey, maybe it's like, maybe it'll be a decent story, or in the artist. I'm trying to look up this artist, this Fran Gallen guy. I'm trying to like look him up online and get a little hint of what his art style looks like.
I don't think it's a real person. There's no photo.
You think it's like an AI program or something?
it's someone's alias.
Actually, looking on Google, his art style is not terrible.
They say Gallen, but it's actually Fran Drescher.
I can see it working. I can see why they picked this guy for like a horror-ish looking comic. I think his style will go along nicely with that. But anyway, that is my number 5. I feel like I won't be due any apples for the rest of the night.
I will say one thing. I noticed that Elsa's chest is significantly smaller in the Adam Hughes cover than on the main cover. I did notice that.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that? Oh.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at how huge that is.
She's fairly impressive on that cover.
Adam Hughes, Adam Hughes kind of went PG on his cover.
Well, no, if Adam Hughes does that, he gets attacked by the Twitter mob. But a woman drew that cover, so that makes sense.
Okay. Well, yeah, you got to have boobs to draw boobs, I guess now.
You have to be what you write, what you read, what you draw, what you do.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, kids.
All right, but yeah, I mean, for those who want really good Werewolf by Night, go back to the Don Perlin. I believe, who was the other one? Was it Munch also writing as well? Or they only did Moon Knight? I remember they did. I
think Mensch might have done some Werewolf by Night also.
But
he was a workhorse in the 70s. Damn, he did a lot of stuff.
Because honestly, I go back, I think about that first. It was issue 32 or 31. They had or was it 32 or 33? Werewolf by Night. No, but
Ash is right. Elsa is a little cold on that cover, I think.
That's just her bra underneath, you pervert.
Bras don't do that, Binkman.
Huge rage.
Do you wear a bra? How do you know what they do?
I don't wear them. I just know what they're supposed to cover up, and they're not covering up.
Well, we don't have proof that you don't wear a bra when you're wearing that Katharine Hepburn hat of yours.
Anyway, though,
like
I said, I wrote the original Werewolf by Night, and I'd love to have the crossover with Dracula, Elsa Bloodstone, maybe Moon Knight, and Frank, Castle, all in one story, like event going on, and just keep it go. It'd be fun, but today, no. Back then, yes. But overall,
Dracula and Werewolf by Night did cross over in. Oh God, I can't remember. Dracula was in, I think, Werewolf by Night issue 18.
Like Marvel knows they can make money by having Moon Knight versus Dracula. And he's like, "Where's my money?" I don't know, that meme.
Oh, that meme. Yeah, where Dracula, you effing nerd? Where's my money? Yeah.
All right, so let's go into a better book from number 4.
We don't know it's better yet. We're just taking guesses.
Oh yeah, it is. I had this. You actually guys were talking about it earlier, and I got.
Okay. Well then, yeah, this probably will be better.
The Enfield Gang Massacre is my number 4 this week. Ash Knight. I don't know if Zach was with us too, but we did this a few Mondays ago. We reviewed this.
I was not with you.
Very, very fun book. The art kind of had to get used to it. It's a son of Sean Phillips.
It's very stylized.
Yeah, very stylized.
Well, if you've been reading that Texas Blood, you've been used to it by now. I think he's better than his dad was at this point in his career, personally, which gives me hope that he can get a lot better.
Right?
Yeah.
No. It's just one of those things. Like, and I remember Brain, you'd said it's all because he did one stupid thing. Now, all this is all coming back to fold on him. If he would have just took the guy's job instead of basically just robbing the bank, instead of working, he wouldn't have this mess.
Well, yeah, but what would happen? Remember, he changed his mind. He started thinking about it.
Yeah.
But he got set up because someone else came in and slaughtered the guy that he'd been robbing every month.
Yeah.
And so the Pinkertons and the sheriffs, they all thought it was him. So
exactly,
that's the impetus for the book.
Yep. And like I said, so like it's one of those spaghetti westerns kind of things. I love it, and because you got the Texas Rangers, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of Pulp. But I also, I said, it's the book that if it wasn't for Eric, I would have slept on it. Didn't even know it, because now I want to go back and read that Texas Blood. And I'm glad that this is only number 2. So if those who haven't read the first one, go check it out.
Yeah.
It is 32 pages and it's $4. But it's here, and for people who are stickler about prices, this is going to a different company than Marvel and DC. This is actually going to a company that is actually putting out books that you want to read, and it's more reasonable, I think, that is than paying $5.99 to a company that doesn't really need your money, because they've proven they already said they don't want readers. So I'd rather pay $4 for this.
Oh, no doubt, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's freaking cowboys, man, outlaws, and like this badass like our Texas Ranger who's ready to retire until this happened, and then you see like this guy strung up, and like, holy crap, like what is going on? I mean, it really makes you wonder who's doing this, and it's one of those things where I start a book, it's like a murder mystery, someone accused. It's like I kind of want to see where this is going to go, and for those who read the Brubaker books, this is a Brubaker book, but it kind of has that feeling. It's like, is this guy going to make it out alive or not? Or is he going to, because is he going to bite at the end because of the way he lives,
Mm-hmm.
But, they even had that scene in the first issue where they're up on the hill, and it's like, maybe we should stop doing this because times are changing. He's like, now let's keep doing it. I love it. I love to see some of these adapted into a movie. Doesn't have to be big budget, but kind of cool. All right, so Zach, am I moving on, or is this your number 4?
No, we are moving on to another book. Actually, this is a little further up my list. My number 4 is a book that we also talked about a little bit earlier. World's Finest Teen Titans, number 3.
Teen Titans.
I definitely do. I am starting to agree with Breen. This is definitely lesser than the mainline World's Finest, the Superman Batman title. It is fun. I did like the Teen Titans appearances in that. I do like this lineup of Titans, the more like Silver Age lineup where you still have Aqualad and Dick is still Robin, and Bumblebee being included is fun.
Did you notice that the price is $3.99 still on this? I think World's Finest, the main book, actually went up in price. I know the Batman and Green Lanterns have.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, this is all right. It hadn't been terrible. I think the big thing is the storytelling seems like, whereas the regular World's Finest, you have like these 3-issue, maybe sometimes 4 issues dedicated to a story arc. These are they're kind of like one-shots. They do put little story threads that connect everything together in each one, but by and large, they feel like they're kind of just like one-shots. The art is good. I do like the artist, Emanuela Lupacchino. She's not Dan Mora, but she does do really good, especially for a spinoff about younger characters, teenage characters.
I want to point out she's done some Supergirl work art, and also early Wonder Woman stuff. I think she was on the Yara Flora with Joelle Jones. I can't remember.
Mhm.
But she's one of my favorite female DC artists that's come in the past couple of years.
Yeah, she's definitely a good artist. And Mark Waid's writing, it's not terrible on this. There are some stuff that kind of makes me stop and roll my eyes, but teenagers in reality also make me stop and roll my eyes. So maybe that's part of it.
I do like the covers though.
The covers are all really great to look like. These used to be great posters. Yeah, the Shaner posters are great. The regular Chris Samney cover A's are good.
I would love to have these in a nice side by side, or just one giant frame, which is it's like a banner, and have them all because they're doing it for each issue.
Yeah. Well, there's 6 issues and there's 6 team members, so yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, it's been all right. This one sees the Titans. It looks like they're gonna have their own. There's gonna be a convention going on celebrating the Titans, so maybe it'll be really meta talking about comic conventions. Who knows?
Yeah, because that wouldn't be an invitation for every supervillain known to man to attack.
So
no, invitations to supervillains are when you're Fire and you send out TikToks.
So Ash is bringing up something point. He said it's kind of weird to have the World's Finest title attached to something that's not Batman Superman. And so the reason I think they kept the World's Finest because this is branching out of the main World's Finest universe.
It's that continuity.
Yeah, it's that canon. This is the team that Robin was with in the regular World's Finest title. So this is a little branch off of that.
So I don't mind it that if it was something else, if it was just regular World's Finest Teen Titans, it had nothing to do with that. It was just kind of why is it called World's Finest? Honestly, I would love to have World's Finest kind of little print. I don't know if they have it in other ones, but I think it is here with the Chainer one where they show it. Yeah, World's Finest really really small up here. Barely read it. It's Teen Titans. But World's Finest Teen Titans, World's Finest Outsiders. I mean, whatever you want to do, or whatever the teams were, kind of cool. Yeah. World's Finest Justice League.
That would actually be entertaining. I would read a Justice League set within the same continuity, the same timeline here. That would be really cool, especially if Dan Mora was doing the art.
Dan Mora, keep Mark Waid, put Jeremy Adams on it.
Mark Waid, I think would do all right with Justice League. I like Jeremy Adams where he's at right now, and we'll talk about that later. But this is my number. Yeah, this is my number 4 book this week.
Nice. We didn't read any of Undead Quinn's.
We did not. No, actually, and I believe Tehillim put all of his up at the top too.
Tehillim only likes to fire his load early. I don't know what's going on with him. It's just really a mentality.
Undead Quinn, his number 5 this week is Green Lantern is really low on his list. He's got Green Lantern number 3, is Undead Quinn's number 5, and then his number 4 book this week, I believe it's I Hate Fairyland.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's one I've seen.
Yeah, there it is. I Hate Fairyland.
Yep.
If you hate it's number 9. So they spent 9 issues hating Fairyland. And then Tehillim, he said his number 5 is Fence, and his number 4 is Met Cadets, which I think is on issue number 2. I think that's getting an option for a Netflix show.
So, all right. We're going to my number 3. It is Teen Titans right here.
Oh, nice.
A little higher up on my list. I've been enjoying it more. The only thing I would take out of this is get rid of the smartphones and the drones. I don't want any of that stuff. Let's go back to the 60s or 70s Teen Titans, with the scooters and all that stuff, with the Mad Mod showing up. I want that.
Bankman just sounds more and more like a Luddite every time one of these issues comes out. I hate technology. Get these drones out of my book.
Get Zach out of these streams.
I'm with Venkman.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean that doesn't to me that they don't exist, but I would just like it if the books pretended like they didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of like we do with Tim Drake. We see him there, just don't tell us he's gay.
Yeah, and we don't need to see him petting Bernard. Just
This channel has gone X amount of days without Tim and Bernard being brought up. Now we're back to 0.
Now it's reset.
Restart the clock. That cover is still fun because I like the Robin.
I had to look at it. I had to look at it because I thought it was Lupi, the main artist. No, it's not. It's not. But when I see this, though,
Robin's doing the Adam West Batman dance.
Yeah, but like I said, look how what's his name's doing in the kind of it's. My first thought seeing this, and it's because it says TT or Teen Titans, basically doing this. I think of DC and I think of like what they've done to Tim. I'm thinking like, okay, they're just gonna make this into like, oh look, this is a mockery of everything. I don't need this is like X-Men Gala cringe.
I don't know, dude. I've read some Silver Age Teen Titans books with y'all. Those teenagers seemed really out of like they're teenagers, right? That's like part of the thing of being a teenager.
The difference is it fit because it was like the 60s.
It fit in this, yeah, exactly. This fits for readers from today.
The reason this doesn't fit for me because they had technology in the book. If this was a book that took place in the 70s, and they had Nightwing in his pop color, the blue one costume.
You're talking about the Nightwing costume?
And had the disco ball above here, that'd fit more. But this is kind of like, what the hell is going on here? This isn't like the 60s wouldn't have all this kind of stuff. 60s would have your flowers and other stuff. People putting you'd have Kid Flash putting flowers inside the rifles of soldiers, guns, in the barrel. That would be more fitting if it's. But the fact that this is, I don't really know where this takes place in what decade they're trying to do, but it feels like a modernized version of the 60s, and I really don't like that. But I don't know. But I said, other than that, though, Brother Blood is no longer Brother Blood. He's reformed. He's now who's he working with? I forgot what they said he was, but Aqualad's now working with him. Aqualadio.
No. That's in the Tom Taylor Titans.
That's is it? Oh, thank God. But I don't know, man. It's like I like this, but it could be better. I don't know, man. It's like I said. I would wish it would be $2.99.
Well, I wish all books would be $2.99. Sadly, not all books are being written by Mark Miller. I think
this book would sell more. Most books, especially The World's Finest, they'd make more money if the book was on the $2.99 versus the $3.99 because I feel like less people are buying books because the prices are going up. But $3.99 right now is kind of like, all right, this better be a good story. We're getting in that territory. The more it goes up, and we're so being used to seeing what's going on with the main Batman book and seeing some of those titles, and it's just like we just don't want to spend that much money for a book we know is going to be bad. The other downside to this book is that after when Firepower ends, this is the only way you can see Chris Samney art.
I'm sure he'll be on another book before too long.
But
Chris Samney is too top tier.
Yeah. The problem, it's a modern book though. Yes, Ash, but they're throwing a Silver Age though vibe to it. So is it modern or is it Silver Age? That's what's kind of weirding me out. Don't blend the two. It'd be like going back to the Steve Ditko Spider-Man and giving him a cell phone. I don't like that. But anyway, we're spending too much time on this.
Ash says, ironically, due to rampant inflation, $3.99 is much cheaper than it was just a few years ago.
Right. All right. Let's go to your number 3.
My number 3 was your number 4. Einfeld Gang Massacre. I just read number 1 of this fairly recently. I didn't pick up the first issue because I didn't see Ed Brubaker's name on it, and at the time my brain did not connect Sean Phillips to Jacob Phillips.
Say what?
I know, my brain was checked out that day. But I did read number 1, and I gotta say, I definitely agree. It did feel very similar to Pulp, which is, of course, the Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips Western story, which I highly recommend. This had a good setup to it. I enjoyed it, though. The art, I really do like Jacob Phillips' art style. I think he probably will, over time, he probably will pass up his dad. But right now, it still feels like it has a little bit of maturing to do. It feels very like it's very bright. There's a lot of bright colors. The lines look a little bit softer, maybe than Sean Phillips style. Sean Phillips books always seem to have like I don't know if grit's the right word for it, or experience or character or whatever. But Jacob, he's close, but he's not quite there yet. But the art is fantastic. I like it with this Western story. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I like the different characters, the setting up that it's doing right now. I'm a sucker for a good Western story too.
Yeah,
that's what you get when you grow up watching Bonanza all the time. So yeah, I'm definitely on board. For yes, it's another mini series, but that issue number 1 kind of got me hooked.
Now,
So-
you brought up a good point about the art, but I will say when I say that his son is better than he was at this point in his career, I'm more meaning people. I think he's better at drawing people than his dad was
okay.
at this stage.
Okay.
His dad might have had some there, and I will never be smart enough to to run back what you just did.
well, that'll learn
But
you.
I do know that people, like I said, the Sean Phillips's people have gotten so much better over the quarter century. I've been reading his stuff that and I think, like I said, his son is ahead of him at this stage. Maybe he'll get there with the rest of the stuff that I'm not. I said sharp enough to notice.
Yeah, no, he definitely does draw people really, really well. I did, as I was going through like courtroom scenes and just the different way, because it does. For a first issue, I understand they have to like lay a foundation and do. So there's not a ton of action, I feel like, in the first issue, but the way he draws all these people in different scenes where there's like a lot of exposition, the art is still really good to look at. He does draw people really well. So yeah, I agree. I think he does. I'm trying to think of the last Sean Phillips book I read. I think it might have been. I don't think it was Pulp, and it definitely wasn't Fade Out. There was another one in there that I read. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Jacob, he does do really good with this, with the art and drawing people for sure. But yeah, this is my number 3, over halfway through the list.
All right, cool. All right, go over to my number 2. Is a book. I'm just so happy it's finally back. I can read it again. It's been a while. Oops.
Oh.
Log in. Not familiar with that one.
Yeah. Hit the wrong button. I'm so used to even logged in, look at my pull list. I'm like, hey, I forgot where I was for a second. Kind of like, you ever had that feeling, Breen, at all? Number 3 of Green Lantern is my number 2 for this week. I'm so glad that Night Terror stuff is done with. I can actually return to the main story.
Hey, if you haven't read the Night Terror's Green Lantern, you need to read the Night Terror's Green Lantern.
I'm with Team Apples on that one.
Sadly, though, this is 49. It is 40 pages, but the good thing, though, I'm paying 49 and it's going towards Jeremy Adams.
That's true.
At least the backup story doesn't suck because Leah Williams isn't writing it.
That's true.
The backup story is actually, who is the backup?
Is it Philip Kennedy Johnson? I thought he was the one doing the John Stewart.
Yeah, it is Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Montos. Mentos' unknown brother.
He's curiously good.
Hey, but look at this for the cameos for this.
Punchline actually took me out of it a little bit. Sorry.
That's okay.
Bunch of cool villains and then Punchline.
But it's the Rogues though, which is really cool.
Well, 3 of them. Yeah.
King Shark,
King Shark. Yeah, that's
Golden
cool.
Glider. It's been a while since I've seen Golden Glider in a book.
Wait a second. King Shark, he's in Smallville getting wedgied.
Well,
and beating you because I have big teeth and you don't.
See, I think King Shark was Jeff, created by Kelly Thompson.
No. That's Jeff, created by Kelly Thompson.
I thought his real name is Jeff. That's all. But this is Zermanico. I guess it's a stage name. What was that?
He's been an artist he's been on Jeremy Adams' Flash book.
But
he would be like a guest artist.
Jack Herbert, man. Honestly, I've been looking forward to this. I not a fan of will they, won't they? As far as couples go, and by that I can understand that's the way it is, and I know kind of like okay, I'll just sit back and I want to see where Jeremy Adams takes this. If he's not with Carol, I really don't want Carol kind of the story. I want more just Hal just being badass. He's the main character. He doesn't really need the girl. You can have him focus on without that. Do what Marvel can't do with Spider-Man. If you're gonna have him single, have him be awesome. You know. But honestly, like I said, I love fighter pilot stuff. I mean, I love that Hal is like he's kind of the cocky maverick kind of guy, Top Gun. I want to see what's going on with Sinestro because Sinestro is now basically it's stuck on Earth as well. We were teased about this a few months ago, like 6 or 7 months ago, before the series came out. I want to see what's going to happen. I mean, I'm not really caring for the Jon Stewart homecoming, stuff that was in the back. Was Stewart doing the or not Stewart, but Kennedy? Was he doing the original 1 and 2 as well?
Yeah, what happened was he was supposed to get his own book right away, but they ended up pushing it to the backstory. He is going to get his own Jon Stewart book. I think it comes out next month or maybe later this month. But they've just been using the backup issues to kind of get the ball rolling, I think.
Yeah.
Or the backup stories, I should say.
So it says here, part 3 is going to be a lead-in story to the Green Lantern War Journal. So it's a new book they're launching?
War Journal is the Jon Stewart book from Philip Kennedy Johnson, yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully that does well too.
Yeah,
I am worried though. Is once Johnson leaves his book, we're gonna get somebody else that we don't like in the backup story.
Well, I would bet that if Johnson leaves, they probably would just do. I would hope they would just do Hal Jordan. Like I would hope they would put an end to the backup story.
I would hope it would just be no backup story and the price drops.
And give Jeremy Adams more pages to.
Or that, if I'm paying $5, it better be 40 pages of just Jeremy Adams. That'd be the best bet for this with Kennedy leaving. But I don't want to get some of these other writers. I don't want to. Well, it can't be because Cy Spurrier is doing killing Wally over there.
We don't know that he's killing Wally. Don't.
No, but what we do know is Linda's going to be having an affair with Mr. Terrific.
Do we know that?
You can book it.
She wants to check out his T-balls.
She's disillusioned with her life. And that must have happened off panel.
Yeah, somehow in that first story where she just kind of just pissed that Wally was doing stuff, and then she's like, "All right." Anyway, though,
Ash, just let you know, my indie brother, Enfield Gang Massacre, is my number 1 too.
All right, so this is my number 2, and let's go to are we staying here? Or are we moving? Sir?
We're moving. There's a little artist named Joshua Williamson. He's kind of worked on all kinds of different
the Batman
characters.
Gotham War.
We got don't you even no Batman and Robin.
So interesting story. Some of you may or know Maga Bats. Is over in Ash's Discord, and he got this book early. He got it on Saturday from someone he knows runs a comic book shop.
I saw that.
He said he loved it.
The jealousy is real. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Joshua Williamson, I think, besides his Superman, honestly, I like anything that I've read that he's written.
He can't write events, but he can write ongoing series.
Yes, that is. Yeah, look at how long he was on the Flash. For
years. Like I said, he's helmed like 3 events. They've all been dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
But you give him a monthly title. He's what is it? Isn't he doing Green Arrow?
He's doing Green Arrow. Very he's doing Superman. He did Robin.
I would say the best out of his events was the Demon Azal one, the Batman War. It was
Lazarus Planet.
The
Batman versus. That was Mark Waid. Yeah. Batman versus Robin. That was Mark Waid.
Was that Batman? What was it? What was the other one with? Or I guess it was. Maybe that was because I'm trying to think what the Joshua was.
Joshua Williamson did Dark Crisis. That was around then.
He didn't do.
But that wasn't that great.
I'm trying to think. He had one with the kids, or never mind. Whatever. That's the point. Continue. Yeah. Shadow War. Sorry, Shadow War.
Shadow War. That's the one.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Shadow War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the death of Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah. No. So yeah, Joshua Williamson. First of all, he had a really good, really enjoyable Damian Wayne series, which I recommend. And so this is really cool because we're getting to see Batman with his son, with Damian Wayne, together as a team again. not fighting against each other, not staying separated. We get to see them come together. I've seen some of the preview pages for this. Simone DeMeo, the artwork looks really, really good. It almost reminds me of the Moon Knight artwork. Lupacino, I think, or not Lupacino.
No.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, but I can see the similarities to the current Moon Knight book by Jed McKay. You see kind of the cover, you see how it's
that sleek, kind of glossy, but with like some sharp edges and the lighting. Yeah, I also I'm just now noticing that there is a bat and a robin at the bottom of the bottom of the cover. That's kind of fun. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. It's been a really weird year for me with Batman because I normally don't read Batman, and then I was reading 2. And then I dropped Chip Zdarsky, so now I'm down to Rambees. And
is this not the best variant cover you can pay?
Is that Batman or Robin? I can't tell.
Oh God!
Look at that
rabbit season.
That is Art Germ, and I'm so I imagine someone who works at DC is just livid that they approved this cover.
They're trying to find out who Art Germ really is. All
kidding aside. You're not seeing it in the interiors. That's still verboten.
That's true. Sure. That's true.
But you're seeing a lot less Twitter outrage over sexy covers.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And maybe it's because
why is she wearing pants? It's sexist.
Even J. Scott Campbell isn't getting like the pushback.
Yeah, if they said Twitter bullies are like real life bullies. If you ignore them or stand up to them, they move on to a softer target.
Yep.
Now, I for some reason, it's never gonna.
I don't think anyone's soft right now.
I was thinking that. That was good. I'm sorry, Bree.
If I were volleyball, I put that right up on top of the net for you. But I don't know why. You'll never see it come back to the interiors of books because again, these are variant covers, and the audience they crave can just buy the Taliban approved covers.
Mm-hmm.
And this, so I said this is sort of like, for people that like cheesecake in their mainstream books, this is going to have to do.
Yeah,
it ain't getting under the covers.
Who needs Black Cat when you got the bunny?
Hey.
I'm calling this White Rabbit.
We do not Black Cat shame on this stream. Tehillim brings up a good point. He says Peter Tomasi's Batman and Robin was a great series. That is true. I'm hopeful that the Joshua Williamson, because like I said, he's been doing pretty well recently. His Superman series is fantastic.
I would settle for 80% of that because I think Joshua Williams is about 80% the writer Peter J. Tomasi is.
Yeah.
But in 2023, mainstream. I'm on the fence as to whether or not to get this.
Yeah,
because I'm really, really pissed off at DC again.
What I'm going to do right now is that Zach and I will read this, and then I'll share you a copy so you can read it.
Oh, I can read it. I can pull it off the shelf and read it while I'm in Swarthmore. I can buy it cheap.
Honestly, the best thing you do, because you work at a comic book store, you can just read it without even having to buy it. So
that's what I said. I can do that.
Do that. So I would say do that most, and then if you want to buy it, sure. But the good thing is that you actually are able to now you're informed for your customers when they come in the shop.
Yeah, that would be great if that mattered. Because when I first started out there, I said I'm going to read a bunch of the books so I can have these conversations. When I do the majority of my work from home, it's like it's like you're knocking on my door. Hey, what do you think about that new Batman Robin?
Well, I can tell you this much: this cover will be sold out.
I bet you my LCS has it, and it's like $25.
If it were the same price as the main cover, I'm buying the main cover.
The main cover is
because I said that the one where it's Batman.
The one where it shows what the interior is going to look like.
At least the characters that are the stars of the book.
That's true too.
You know what I want to have? I want to have a Frank show and have like Robin saying "outrage" and it's Tim.
Now when I said the comic crypt of Castle Hills will buy both, and I said he'll.
I'm torn because I used to buy just the main covers, like, oh yeah, I'll get this. Thinking like back in the day when if you had the original cover, it'd be collective. But I'm like, at this point, even if the story is kind of mid, even though it's a writer that I like, I got the cover I liked. It's at that point where it's DC or Marvel. It's got the point where I'm gonna go for the Archum cover because at least I know that's gonna be good.
But here's where so you think you like another 10 or 15 seconds of thought is like I said to Zach when he's a couple times when he was bummed about not getting the cover, he wasn't. 99.9% of the books that you buy, after you read them, you bag them, board them, box them, and a lot of those are never going to come out of the box again. So, the covers are great if I catch the right one, but that's eventually you forget, by the time something else comes out. And
oh my gosh,
that's true.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, if you turn it aside, Zach will like it. They're putting their hands up in the air.
Oh my god! Oh good lord! I do like that with the moon as the backdrop. That's really cool.
Well, look at Robin's sneakers.
Yeah,
I like that.
I've been liking his whole new costume too. I like how it's not just like because now you can't get him mixed up with Tim. As far as their costumes go.
I think they did it purposely. They're like, yeah, Tim is kind of where
he still has like the color with like the yellow inside the cape, and he's got some red, but with the gray, it's more tactical. Like it almost is like Batman, where he'll blend more into his surroundings, maybe, but he still has that little bit of color with the cape and all. So
I really hope that Batman's just gliding for a second before he uses a grappling gun, because otherwise he's falling.
Nah, his cape will just expand and become a glider like it did in the Nolan movies. So yeah, this is only my number 2 because my number 1 is a writer that I like even more than Joshua Williamson.
Oh my gosh, what's the price on this? $6 just for a blank cover.
For a blank, yeah. See, that's a crock to me. Unless you're going to a con and you can get it like a sketch on it, it's not worth.
But it does have that cool album on it though. I love the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s.
Yeah.
All right. So this was whose pick was this? This was your.
That was my number 2.
All right. I'm gonna read off mine. It was my number 5 was Batman the Gargoyle. Number 4 was Enfield Gang Massacre. Number 3 was Teen Titans. Number 2 was Green Lantern, and my number 1 is this book. This is Batman Robin. It's just been looking forward to this. Man, it's Joshua Williamson. Josh Williamson has proven that he knows how to write Damian. Man, there's not that many books out there where I actually are enjoying a Batman title. Like everybody knows, I get the Batman Adventures or the Adventures Continue. It's been one of the best Batman books out, along with the Detective Comics. I just dropped Zdarsky's book like it was just the plague. Or invite from Hillary Clinton to hang out. But honestly, I have hope for this is going to be great. I've been hearing good things about it, and man, it's been a while since we had a Batman and Robin title. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing a father and son bonding. But the only thing that's going to put there's only one down to this, and we've heard about this, and it's called Shush.
Oh yeah, the female Hush. Yeah,
I want to know what's that about. Maybe it's a cop out, But somebody pointed out, Josh Williamson. Every single freaking run he does, he adds a new character. That guy's after royalties.
Hey, look, you know what? If he gets a decent kickback from it, then I say more power to him. I mean, maybe that's the same thing Jeff Johns is doing with all these new Lost Children characters. And
maybe she'll become the new love interest for this Robin.
Well, no, this Robin had one with his last Robin series.
Yeah, but he's a Wayne. He's got to have at least 2. He's got just like Selena Talia.
That's why Dick has Barbara and Starfire. And that's why Tim had Spoiler and Bernard.
You mean Bernard and some other dude that we just don't know about yet.
Well, remember he's bi, so he has to have one boy and one girl.
Yeah, like it's been pointed out,
It's a joke.
bi in comics means gay.
Yeah. It's just the diverse way of saying gay.
When a character
It
says
can't
that,
be LGBT if there's no
Well, I
B.
said you want to see how quickly the comics Twitter mob can mobilize.
Mhm.
One straight kiss between Tim and a girl,
Yep.
and
so,
the outrage would just be, through the roof, and DC would cave and say it was a dream sequence.
it is ironic because the character comes out and says bye, and then so does the reader.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect example. Tim Drake was selling less than 10,000 copies.
Yep.
And we all know why. If
Tim
it
Drake,
were any
Robin,
other
used to
reason,
sell Chuck Dixon.
Yeah.
Holy crap, did that sell so many?
yeah, if it were any other reason, they would course correct. But you're not allowed to course correct this.
Mhm.
So, like I said, the best you're ever going to be able to hope for with Tim Drake is that better writers will ignore it when they use him in their books.
All right, so Zach, let's get a countdown. We'll go to your number one.
All righty.
I'm sure it might be the same number one as. Wait, what was Breen? What was your number one?
You're going to ask for my 5, 4, 3, 2. I feel slighted.
You just want his number one. You don't want his 5 through 2.
Well, I imagine he's only got one this week.
No. Number 5, I'm going to change it. Batman Robin, because I think I'm going to get that. Number 4, Scarlet Couture.
Okay, so
Number 3, Sins of Salton Sea.
All right.
Numero 2, Green Lantern.
All right.
Which makes it obvious what my number 1 is.
All right. Enfield.
Yes, sir.
Nice. All righty. Now, for my number 5, we had the Will It or Won't Be Good of Werewolf by Night number 1. Then my number 4 is World's Finest Teen Titans, issue number 3. My number 3 book is The Enfield Gang Massacre, issue number 2. Number 2 is the new Batman and Robin from Joshua Williamson. And my number 1 book of the week is, of course, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. No, I'm just kidding. Green Lantern, number 3.
I was gonna say, you got the new Miles Morales. He's got a coat now.
He's got a. Oh God, that's dumb. Just when I think he can't get any dumber.
He's Spider-Man Neil. Matrix.
He is the one. No, Green Lantern number 3. It is back on track. There is no Night Terrors detours to be made. Although I do still say the Night Terrors tie-ins were a great read, and you should go read them if you're a big Hal Jordan fan.
Listen to the Apple King. He's right.
Yeah, Breen agrees with me. That's how scary right it is. But anyway, yes, this is going to pick up after issue 2. Hal Jordan, he works for Carol Ferris now, trying to swab his way back into her life. It's really fun seeing him pretty much play Top Gun Maverick. I mean, he is pretty much Tom Cruise's character. Maybe a little bit more of a ladies' man in there too. It's Hal Jordan's just a blast to read. There's a reason he was my favorite DC hero for so long. We do have Sinestro start to come more into focus as the villain. We're going to find out why he is quarantined to Earth. We kind of know why Hal and Kilowog are. Sinestro is a little bit more of a mystery. So hopefully we get to find out a little bit more about that. And then he's going to start squaring off against Hal Jordan again, which the rivalry between Hal and Sinestro, I think, is one of the better, more interesting rivalries between heroes and villains. Maybe it could just be that it's different from Batman and Joker or Superman and Lex Luthor. It's a little bit less publicized, maybe that's why I like it so much. But yeah, this has been great. Jeremy Adams in 2 issues of, well, actually he wrote the Night Terrors ones too, so in 4 issues of Green Lantern, he's already given Hal this really he's already proven he can write totally different character than what he did with Wally West through the last several years. He's already given him a different voice. We've got, it's made him stand apart from other characters. It's also just fun to read Hal because Hal hasn't been the focus of a book for so long. It's been, Teen Lanterns or John Stewart. So it's fun just to see the greatest Green Lantern back. And the art style.
Guy's back?
Guy's been around.
Gee golly, that'd be great.
Zermanico, yeah, because he did do
Well,
the
I heard the
previous ones.
greatest Green Lantern.
Oh no, Hal is canonically the greatest Green Lantern. Guy is good. I do love Guy, but Guy is not in this. He wasn't. He did make a brief appearance in Fire and Ice. Welcome to Smallville.
Yeah,
So,
that book doesn't exist, Zach.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one. But yes,
Good course of action.
This has been a blast so far. I'm hoping that this gets a longer run than even Adam's Flash book. Definitely well worth, especially if you like the Green Lantern. This is something that you will definitely want to check out. I don't think I had this much fun reading a Green Lantern book since maybe Tomasi was on the Green Lantern Corps, maybe. So yeah, definitely.
Well, Green Lantern as a franchise was that was one of the franchises that was strong through New 52.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Strong through Rebirth, and I think again, what derailed the Green Lantern Corps was this commitment to diversity with the Teen Lantern, JoJo Mullen's fine ass, putting Jeffrey Thorne on the book, and I don't know what his original ideas were, but they apparently he didn't get to do entirely what he wanted to, but
yeah,
what he did do was shit.
Wait. So it was derailed and it became Green Lantern Corpse?
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, he's rolling tonight.
The whole pushing for diversity when you have like a group made up of hundreds of alien species is really silly.
Don't bring logic into one of these discussions. It never holds. It never applies.
Don't bring a gun to a knife fight. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, it's just like I said. These people don't apply any logic to their points because they don't have to. Because all they have to do is shout pejoratives at their opponents, and then get backed up by all the right people, and you shut down any discourse.
Yep.
And what you're left with are unreadable characters. Like where are the characters? I see. JoJo Mullins, nowhere. Teen Lantern, book that died. John Stewart will come back because he's a strong character. He will survive bad writing.
Yes. And I do like seeing, now they're just cameos, so I'm not predicting that all of these villains are really going to have anything to do with it.
But
it looks like Sinestro and King Shark will be the big ones. Which King Shark, hey, I'm always down for.
Like you're gonna see them on a page in a panel that's about it,
probably.
Or Luther's at the very end, or something like that, or whatever.
Probably.
But it looks like the Injustice.
Boy, Vandal Savage is getting around all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Maybe he's having all them over to his new home at Wayne Manor.
Is he living in Wayne Manor now?
I think that was he bought it out from under Bruce in the last issue of Batman.
Yep.
Oh,
because that would happen.
Is all of Bruce Wayne's money still with the Foxes?
Do
the Foxes still have all?
Well, the other good thing is that we don't see her freaking boyfriend listed anywhere.
Yeah,
who's freaking boyfriend?
I kind of hope.
Oh,
Carol's.
I kind of hope that Joshua Williamson ignores, Chip Zdarsky's Batman.
I would hope so. I would think so, but
I mean, I like you said last night, Zach. I appreciate that the continuity, even if it's the continuity we don't like.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I said, but it's Dawn of DC, so I don't know what they'll do there, but.
Yeah. Dawn of DC should be called the roller coaster of DC because you get some really good stuff and then they give you like 2 or 3 bops to the chin and you just come down.
Well, Fire and Ice and Hawkgirl are just affronts to comics. And that they have the Dawn of DC banner tells me that DC's not serious.
All right.
So take what you get out of like what you like, but I mean it's not going to ever be good across the board.
All right. Let's go over to my favorite part. And this is where we get to the trades and hardcovers coming out. And I got to say right there, for those who did not collect the Mark Silvestri, Batman the Jack Roach Deadly Duo, get the hardcover edition, $30. Deluxe edition, $30. Go to In-Stock Trades, get it for even less, probably like 12 or 15. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
You
stock,
can
in
get
stock
it
trades
cheaper than the
does-
books themselves.
In
Yeah.
stock trades is really, really good for getting a lot of these hardcovers and these trades.
If they keep up this practice, they're going to kill the floppies
Yeah.
Yeah, they could.
because there's not that
That's
much
true.
coming out that you can't. That's so good that you can't wait.
Yeah.
Honestly, I miss once I saw Silvestri's art on Batman in this book here. That's all I want now. Literally. I mean,
It does
Harley.
look good.
Harley is Harley. She's with the Joker. She's not. Oh my gosh. Where's Poison Ivy? I need the bitch about the bad boys. You know, she's not a superhero. She's not a. You know, she is the villain still. I love that. All the way through 208 pages. Like I said, you're getting you're getting 7 issues. What more do you want? Mark Silvestri is a phenomenal artist, but he's also a phenomenal storyteller. I love this. Going all the way through. This is a time before Harley decided, you know what, I'm a lesbian now. You get a new villain, you get in it, and it is just straight up, just dark, gritty. James Gordon's missing, and they contain a piece of him. So it was delivered, and then, like I said, you get
His
these
mustache? They put
No.
his mustache in a pot.
I think it was a finger.
Oh, that's right. Carlito didn't read this, did he?
No, Carlito waited for the trade.
Because Carlito is not. Well, he's not Carlito. Carlito's cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm the anti-Carlito.
You're the LA Knight.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I'm more like the Miz, I guess.
Yeah. It's funny. I know who that
Because
is.
I'm awesome. Spent too much time on this. Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, let's look at the trade that Zach probably is getting.
Nope.
The Dark Knight of Steel.
Boy, I stopped reading that like 7 issues in. That was
I
my
never
last.
even started.
That was my last Tom Taylor miniseries ever. I will
Also,
never again.
The Paul Dini Shazam Power of the Hope. You know,
Yo,
looks kind of
Paul Dini and Alex Ross.
Yep,
Nice.
$20. These
Very
are actually
cool.
original books. You know, if I say you can actually go to your shop and you don't have to worry about spending $50 for them. You're still getting a good story. Look at the Boom Studios, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Crossover.
That's the Dan Mora one, right?
Dan Mora with Ryan
With the
Parrish.
alligator, because that's the one where there was that joke, and you were like, "Hey, Zach's in here, and he's being a racist."
Well, no, it was funny seeing that you had the turtles dressed up as Power Rangers, and like I said, it was fun.
Yeah.
Overall, then we go over to the Proteus collection trade here, the X-Men.
Nice.
That's Byrne and Claremont, so that's good.
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Pushing old man Charles Xavier around. I kind of want to read that now. To have I want to have Mickey Mouse being depressed.
Well, he thinks the rest of the team is dead, and they think that Gene's dead.
Can you imagine that now? Oh, my IPs! No one buying them. It would be awesome. Then we got Overlord 2. We got the Venom collection. I don't need an epic collection of Venom. I mean, I'm not sure. Is this supposed to be Lethal Protector or just random out of Spider-Man? Because they've done that before. It's nothing really new. So it's kind of ones I kind of pass up. Now, if you've never had these before, never read stuff, okay. Venom Volume 4, Lethal Protector continues in a Symbiotic Crusade. Oh, so is this the okay? Collecting Iron Man, Real 2, Dark Hawk. Wow, if you've never owned Dark Hawk, here's your chance to get 2 issues. Try them out, or 3 issues, 35 through 37. Venom the Madness 1 through 3. Venom the Enemy Within 1 through 3. Incredible Hulk versus Venom. Then you have Venom the Menace or Venom the Mace. Night Watch. You know. Who's a great Peter David, and Sandy Howard Mackey, Bruce Jones, Terry Kavanaugh, Len Kaminsky, Danny Fingeroth, so Liam, plus you got Kelly Jones, Liam Sharp, Ron Lim, John Beatty, Al Milgram. So you're actually getting a fairly good creators and artists and writers. I'd still say if you really want good Venom stuff, try to collect the Amazing Spider-Man stuff, and then maybe pick up the Lethal Protector, get that, and then come back for the one they just ended. They did 2 volumes, I think they did. I believe it was David Michelini. Get that. All right. So what else we got here? Godzilla. Deluxe edition. That's $40. There's the Magic Order Volume 4. Another Middle World. If you're not reading Big Game, check it out because I think the next issue is going to have Magic Order involved.
Maybe.
Well, I think they're on the cover at one of them. Either 3 or 4.
I know the cover for number 5. Will.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, Bishop War College, where everyone's black. There you go. Batman 9 hardcover printing. At least it's not $40. It's $25. Story had a soft ending. It wasn't that great. Wolverine Omnibus. Okay. Captain America Liz Brubaker. There you go, right there.
Nice. Torrent also.
Yes. So
That's
wow,
shockingly good book from Mark Guggenheim.
Are you kidding me? They got like 2 variants for the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 4. Plus the main one. Wow, they're really milking it.
It's Wolverine. That's what they do.
Almighty from Image. Captain Marvel. Saga manga. Okay.
I think that's that e-viewing miniseries.
Yeah. Last Barbarians was okay. Captain Marvel. Yay. Marvel vs. Craven the Hunter. For $10.
Oh, nice. Is that one of those like little mini books?
I think so.
Oh, nice.
Zach, what is the name of that stupid cat?
Goose.
Yeah.
As in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Of course.
Except that this one doesn't die.
I shouldn't have laughed at that. Oh,
The
God,
one that wanted to
dumb.
live should have lived in the movie. The one that's in this should want to die.
Yeah, this would be an absolute hard pass.
Yeah, 2018. I'm looking at it right there.
Yeah.
I don't care for that.
Yeah,
I thought this was like the other ones where it's like
No.
it takes the classic issues and
I
puts
guess
them
the
in the small
Marvel
book.
verse should have been a clue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. My bad.
And John Romita is not around anymore to say, "Get my picture off that stupid cover."
Right.
You mean a DC Legend?
Trace.
Has he achieved DC Legend status yet?
He
Or is
should
that still-
because he did hundreds of romance comics.
All
Yeah.
right. This was okay book, but I mean, with Kamen Rider, you actually have to watch the series and understand what's going on because if you've never read this or watched the series, this is kind of like a companion piece to the show. It's a free on Tubi TV, but
Hey,
Betty Page?
go back down it for a second.
Betty Page.
Who's doing that Fall of the House of Usher?
probably Tom King.
Don't say that.
I didn't recognize the company or anything because that's
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar, what?
wow. it's-
Garcia.
So is this like an adaptation of one of his books?
Yeah, putting the art to it.
Oh,
Now, if I wonder if they draw Roderick to look like Vincent Price, that would be cool.
interesting.
Because that's
Maybe.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. It's very gothic, but it's a good movie.
Huh. I did not know about this. I'm gonna have to check this
Oh.
out.
I like his mustache, Edgar Allan Poe's. It's kind of like this X hero. Same one.
No, it's not. It's more like Ron Swanson's mustache.
I was talking about Charlie Chaplin. Jeez.
Charlie Chaplin's not my hero.
I know he's not.
Yeah, he was against your hero.
As everyone with a brain should be, yes.
See, you minutes. All right. 112 pages for $617 in a serial Blaze, and it's if it's anything like the Cimmerian, which basically it just puts art to Edward Rice Burroughs. I would love they do the same thing with this. Kind of cool.
Mm.
All right, cool, man. I actually might take a gander at this if it's at my store.
Yeah, same. This actually looks really cool.
Trace, you can watch the first season. It's been adapted on Netflix. Now they're releasing it in a box set. I think it's called manga. I'm not sure. It could be left or right book. I don't know. I
That
have
is a
feeling-
manga. Oh, right. Oh, left to right. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
Western. Okay.
Petty Rage Unbound.
Betty Page.
No, it says Rage. Can you spell?
No, it says Page.
It's an R.
Why does it says Page on
I
the
know
thing
messing with
underneath
you.
it?
I know.
What the- That's a boot. It does look like a long R. Like it looks like a long leg on the
A
R.
long R.
Arr, what is this? It's 1953. Americans are afraid of the commies because you should be. Model agent Betty Page. Oh, okay, interesting.
And it is 6 through 10. Doesn't tell me who the artist is or the writer is.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the artist or the writer. Yeah.
Yeah, those books aren't as good as they could have and should have been.
Mm.
So yeah, all right. That's it for this week, though. There wasn't anything else after I saw, but hope you guys saw something that maybe you did like. And if you can, check out the RPG that's going to happen over on I Love Comics whenever he's done streaming against me. All right. You guys know the drill. If you liked what you saw tonight, or you want to see more of this, help out the channel. You can do a few things. You can hit like, you can subscribe. You can actually do the Ko-Fi link down here, which is ko-fi.com/Pumpteen. It helps poor little Pixel who works at Publix all the time. So lives away.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
Working is a nightmare. Basically helps him pay for the StreamYard, which does for this channel. You can give $1 early, so even $1. So you can't. I know it's tough times. A lot of you guys can't afford stuff. For those of you who aren't buying new comic books, drop $1. And the incentive is that we will read a comic book of your choice, as long as it's from the big two, Marvel or DC. Just please no Star Trek or Star Wars. We'll kill you. No. But speaking of which, Glinzer, I believe, is the one they requested us do Doom Quest. I will be uploading that tomorrow. Check out for that.
The Iron Man story Doom Quest?
Yes.
Interesting.
No, not like the Catwell run.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't recall. Excuse
but,
me. I'm not Maranya. I don't know all the Iron Man stories.
Marania is an Iron Man encyclopedia, just like
Is anybody still here?
I don't know. If
Nobody's
people,
commented in like 40 minutes.
Maybe they can't hear us now.
I don't know. It's the same on the YouTube as well. So,
Yeah.
but it shows we're live there. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, we're ending it right here, and go jump over to I Love Comics or when you see the Marvel RPG. All right, I'll see you guys on Thursday. But also check out the fossils tomorrow.
Yes, over our Graphic Man's channel.
Graphic Man's channel. Graphic Man's back. Maybe you'll see a frog over there, a certain frog, just kind of giving him some attention.
Sounds like you should get pest control expert if he's got frogs.
and don't forget, Sunday Night Reader, Dr. Silveridge will be making an appearance.
Yes, and Ronald Rogue will make his 21st. Well,
21st? 21st?
23rd, because I think he'll be on Friday night as well. Yes, and we'll be reading. I think we'll be doing a Captain, either a Marvel 2-in-1 or whatever. But I got my boy Rug, not Rug, but Rod. I got you. We're gonna do a Grey Gargoyle story, so look for that. And yeah, that's it. You guys had fun.